podcast with Cole and Jettis.
Right about here, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get yourself and your soul together. This man will make your liver quiver. This man will make your bladder splatter. Let's all welcome the world's godfather of soul.
Cole and Jettis.
It's Gaddis, actually.
Jettis.
Gaddis.
Jettis.
Fuck you. Yes! What the fuck is happening, people? Welcome to the General Banter podcast. This is episode 5 of the old coronavirus shutdown week, Monday through to Friday. This will be go straight up on the Patreon. At some point, guys, I'm going to release these onto my regular feed, which would be iTunes, fucking all that shit. But it won't be till like next week or something. So everyone that's paid up is going to get this straight away. My next podcast will probably... Let's face it, guys. This week was a bit of a fucking anomaly. We'll release a lot of podcasts, but it's not that sustainable. Also, it's probably not that interesting to listen to. Me just talking shite every day and logging in and going, guys, the coronavirus is still around, and I hope you filled up on bog rolls. But yeah, this is Friday. Maureen has to go in for her final chemo round on Monday, which is a bit scary, going into the hospital. Be grand. That's probably the cleanest place you can be, in fairness. But we'll go in and get that done, so we'll probably not get anything done on Monday. Tuesday, I'll figure it out. I want to do more podcasts. Every day probably isn't the smartest thing to do, unless I can get some help with the old processing. I know you're thinking, what else are you doing all day? Looking after a baby. Okay, fuck's sake, cooking fucking 9 meals a day for my family, my small family, me. So yeah, that's the crack at the minute. We'll figure it out next week, probably Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday or something. Maybe like every other day might be okay. Because if you've done it every day and then you take the foot off the gas a wee bit and you can do one every other day, you're like, well, these seem like they're worlds apart. So hopefully you've been enjoying them. People have been signing up to the Patreon. There's no tiering going on yet, so like if people fancy, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, you're the only cunts listening to it, the people on Patreon already. Shout out to the Dead On Mafia. There's no tiers, so if you give $1 or fucking $50, you're just getting more podcasts, but that's the model we're trying to use at the minute. I mean, I always reference Blind Boy, but he's like, whatever you feel like you're comfortable with, would you buy me a coffee and whatever? And then he's just doing what he would regularly do anyway. Obviously he keeps going on about like, he's got a wage now, and even the fact that no one can do anything. He's like, now's the time to sign up because this is our only form of income. Sure it is. But, give people back something. I'm going to put these glasses on because I can't see a fucking thing. The pedo papers. And they're dirtier than anything, so I can't really fucking see anyway. Here we are, guys. Do you know what? It's a fucking lovely day outside. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let me see this bit, if I can get it. Great typing skills. I can't type. Where the fuck is it? You can't, bitch. Can't find it. Would need to look at it. Yeah, fuck it. I was basically trying to find the old the Bill Hicks bit there where he's like, rape, murder, death, genocide, and then you look outside and it's like, and there's nothing there. That's how I feel at the minute. Went for a walk this morning. It goes to show you, you can put in all the effort of the day to making videos and podcasts, and then you go on a walk and you make a couple of silly jokes on your Instagram story, and people are like, man, I nearly spat hot fucking tea on my 6-month-old baby's open eyeball. I laughed that hard. I was driving a lorry and I fucking pulled my pants down and squeezed my ass out of the window and shot up the side of the lorry. I was laughing that hard because I was watching a story while I was driving. And it was me just fucking about in the woods. And but it was a lovely morning. But it just goes to show you, sometimes, what's the point in making any effort? People are out there buying new cameras. People are like, oh, how gotta do that? Nah. Just fucking go to the woods with your phone and just dick about. But we went for a walk this morning, and there was no one around. It was lovely. You know, walked around. The sun was coming out. It was getting hot. It was just nice. You know, we're hashtag blessed that we live down in, you know, in the countryside, and we can go to these, you know, smaller shops that stock everything, and there's no one fighting each other for fucking tagliatelle. You know what I mean? Absolute murder broke out today at a Eurospar as two people fought over a bag of linguine. People are mad for pasta. I don't like pasta that much, to be honest with you. How weird is that? You know? I've said this before. My sister will be like, I went to Villa Italia, got an absolutely mind-blowing carbonara. And you're like, was it mind-blowing? Or was it just fucking chicken soup and pasta? Disgusting. Anyway, went for the walk. Absolutely lovely. Came back, made a delicious breakfast. You know what I mean? We're on fucking day 6 of eating less than 250 calories a day. And most days I'm in and around the sort of 2100 anyway. To, you know, 2200. Keeping it low. This is the sort of thing that is a blessing and a curse for me. You know, I'll be at home now and you can't leave and everyone's scared of the fucking coronavirus. I have to be extra careful too because Maureen's one of those immunocompromised folks. You know, the baby as well. You got to be safe around the baby. But it's one of those times where I'm like, right, all I can focus on now is doing podcasts and trying not to eat like fucking Henry VIII on a stag do. So I've been making nice food, you know, no pasta. Made a big beefy stew yesterday, you know, limited the carbs. It was class, man. Just at home, we're getting into line of duty. I don't know if, now, once again, will get us late to the party. I'm totally one of those, like, I'll be like, man, has anyone heard of The Sopranos? Oh, I gotta see it, man. It's about this fucking dude and he's in the mafia and I was, oh man, it's wild shit, man. But we started watching Line of Duty because, you know, basically, like, me and Maureen finding a show, like, that we both enjoy is, it happens about as frequently as the Olympics happens, you know, like, years will tick by and then eventually we'll be like, oh, we both like this. And then we enjoy a series together and we go, that was nice, wasn't it? And then she'll be like, oh, here's fucking some show on Netflix called fucking Retards Buck Each Other. And then she'll watch that for 9 weeks and I'll just be, again, like the Bill Hicks bit, staring out in the garden like, just chilling. But we're watching Line of Duty, and it's just, you know what, it's a wee bit older now when you start watching the first series, and it's just that right level of shit. You know what I mean? Like, dun dun dun, the shitty camera movement, and fucking, oh no, the fucking phone's ringing, and then, like, you know, they cut to the phone, and it's just a fucking, such a dodge, like a student made it, you know what I mean? Like a dodgy shot of the phone, like, holding it for way longer, holding it a weird position, and way longer than you would hold it, like, oh shit, I got a fucking text message, and then the phone's held, like, you know, like this if you're watching on video. And they just hold it for like 10 seconds so that you can read it as a viewer. It's fucking good, man. Oh, just bad acting, you know. They got this guy on the estate. And he's supposed to be one of these, like, you know, yardy fucking West Indian bad boys, you know. And he's like, some guy goes, what are you doing, you dickhead? And he's like, what you blood clot doing? Just fully the guy probably straight out of like acting school. So what exactly is my motivation to you know, berate this young man? Well, basically he's insulted you, and you're supposed to be a hardened drug dealer, and if you draw on your sort of West Indian roots, and he's like, no problem at all. What are you blood clot doing, you bastard? What the blood clot is going on round here, boy? Me trying to sell some drugs around here, bastard. 12 accents. I don't know what the fuck that was. But we watched that, and, you know, there's a great line in it. Adrian Dunbar, who's, you know, from here. And they were saying about, oh, do you think, well, they're what do they call that? Like anti-fucking corruption within the police. So they're trying to see who's ratting who out. I mean, everyone's watched this, probably, and I'm explaining it to you. It's like, you know, Game of Thrones, and then the guy's got a dragon, and everyone's like, yeah, I've seen it already. But there's a bit where they're trying to fucking this dodgy cop, and he happens to be black. He's a black guy, and they're like, you know, oh, are people gonna think this is, you know, discrimination or fucking, were singling out a guy because he's black, and he goes, "Listen, don't you talk to me about discrimination. I was back in this such and such, and there was 2 Protestants, 2 Catholics, and they let the 2 Catholics drive over a fucking nail bomb or something. So don't you fucking talk to me about discrimination." And then he says, "I'm blacker than you think." And it's true. If you see Adrian Dunbar in real life, he's wearing a fucking do-rag and like his hat's like this, you know, and he's walking around like he's in fucking Dipset back in the day. Dipset. But it's great. And here's the thing. I know rightly in that show, like I've seen those actors in different things. Your woman's in it. I forget her fucking name. I know it, but I forget it. She's Irish, but she's like, "Oh, what are we going to do? Oh no, are we in trouble?" And she's trying to chat up the black dude. "No, I need you inside me." You know, and then the wee small guy, I know that he's fucking Scottish, but he's there like, "Hello, I've got an English accent now. Hello, guys. I'm from England. What is going to happen?" And you're like, "What? Who gives a fuck what their accent is? Have your normal accent. Why can't they walk in and be like, 'Are you cunt with a fucking..." Instead, they're like, "Hello, I'm an English person. I am doing an English accent, mate." Terrible. And she's doing an English one. And then Dunbar walked in and they're like, "Can you do a London accent?" He goes, "Can I fucking do... Get the fuck out." Not even when I'm acting. Not. He takes the John Wayne approach. "Hey, how's it going? I'm a fucking Arab guy." "Do you want to do an accent, John?" "I don't want to do that shit. I'm from Arabia." I made that shit up. So I've been watching that, and you know, Maureen has discovered Amazon Pantry, so she's been fucking hammering that. And I had to laugh. She put it up on her Instagram stories, the first order. "I'll try this out, see how it works." And you're like, well, it's basically, it'll work the same way any delivery works, you know? You fucking hit the button. Meanwhile, she's signed into my account, so this shit just keeps arriving at the door. There's a fucking nail, you know, she's doing her own gel nails, putting her hands in this fucking UV fucking pod thing. And then more stuff arrives, and then more stuff, and then Amazon Pantry. And I'm like, "Is this still on my account?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, I've been ordering on your account." And I'm like, cheers, it's only the apocalypse. What happens if we run out of fucking money and all we have is goddamn gel nails? You know, you'd be sitting there like 6 stone, shivering to death, but like beautiful nails. Anyway, the first order she made was literally like a box of Bud Light, you know, if you're trying to get cunted, but you don't want to be a fat cunt. And then birra Moretti, and then bottle of wine and Jaffa cakes. And what else do you need? Who ordered that shopping? An alcoholic 8-year-old? "I want Bud Lights and Moretti's and then a white wine. And what if you get hungry? Jaffa cakes." Okay. For fuck's sake. And that's a decision I made this morning. You know, I'm on the sub 2,500 calories, and I was gonna eat like a bit of a mid-morning snack, Corona, which was gonna be, you know, one of those Belvita fucking biscuity jobs. And I was like, "Nah, fuck that, man. I just had 2 coffees. Let me get 4 Jaffa cakes up in this. How? Is it a cake or is it a biscuit? Either way, it's going in my fucking mouth. Is it a cake or biscuit?" That's like a fucking podcast question I would get on here. "What do you think it is, a cake or biscuit?" You know what I mean? The world's fucking melting. What do you think it's, a cake or a biscuit? Here, people are literally coughing up fucking chunks of blood. Is chicken jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit? I don't know what the... This is Italy. I swear to God. Unbelievable. I swear to God, that would make me fly to Italy. And I know if you went on fucking EasyJet looking at a flight, they'd be like, "Please give me your bank details. We pay you. Come to my country." What accent is that? Who fucking knows? But they'll literally be like, "Listen, how much is the flight?" And they'll be like, "We give you £119. Fucking Black Sabbath. Like, I should have explained that. That was That was everyone in Italy, like, on their balconies, like, singing fucking War Pigs. Great times, man. It brings people together. Look at Tony Iommi's arse there, bro. Jesus. I love that 70s look on dudes' bums. No, but like you see the old Led Zeppelin things or whatever, and you've got Robert Plant singing, doing all this wee singing. Literally cock down one side, bollocks up on the other, because the things are just riding him straight up the middle. You know? And he's fucking in the middle, just, hey, mama, look at my fucking cock. All down the side. Look at my dick. Tony O. Well, that's not even Tony O. It's still a bit. Look at the arse on that guy. There must be certain types of music where when you heard them at the time, like when, you know, that's 1974. Obviously, the band had been on the go since probably the 60s. Imagine in the midst of all that shit, you heard Black Sabbath, you would just be fucking blasting ropes. I played Pavarotti on the podcast the other day. Fuck Pavarotti. Yes, fucking right, Ozzy. That cunt's eating bats. You don't see him dropping dead of fucking, you know, viruses, do you? Oh, just ate a fucking bat, you bastard. That's the thing. He's been weaned off it for. He's been on the bats. That lad's been on the fucking bats since the 60s, mate. Not no fucking touch that cunt. Like a horror movie, like the bat lands on his neck, bites him, just goes to fly off, flies in the fucking conservatory window, dead. Whatever noise they make. Oh, what's on my neck? Look at all these nerds, man.
Come on!
Shout out to Tony Iommi, just like, you know, I lost my fucking fingers. I don't know what that accent is, but he's like, yeah, fucking stuck my fingers in a machine, whipped the fingers off, stick 2 bits of rubber on that. One of the most influential guitar players of all time.
Gathered in their masses, just like witches that like masses.
Ozzy's like, you're like, he's shite, but he's class. You know what I mean?
Minds of plot destruction.
He's one of them guys, people go, man, your voice isn't that good. And he's like, you fucking do it. And then they go, and he's like, shut up. That's a voice fucking forged with bat blood and fucking Jack Daniels and also a load of speed, probably.
In the fields, the bodies burning as the war machine keeps turning.
Fucking hippies.
Poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah.
I'm such a dickhead. I can barely play the guitar. Well, I'm alright. I just don't know any theory. But like, I'm such a cock that I would watch him and be like, I probably need a Gibson SG real quick. This is so funny. This is such a California jam. There's like the set has got a big rainbow and everyone's a fucking hippie, and these boys just roll in and be like, anyone want to summon the devil? Real quick. Can we get this solo or what the fuck? This guy, that's how you know they're possessed by the devil. That comes like, do you like the sounds? And you're like, I love them. And he's like, I ain't got no fingers, baby. I do that with no fingers. He's not. He probably like, I don't got no fingers, bastard. This is what this is what fucking Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath actually sounds like. They'd be like, hey, you got no fingers, you fucking cunt. And he's like, what you say? What was that noise? I need to edit that out.
Oh, you bastard. You're a Scots bastard.
Move, you bastards! Move, you lazy
You got no fingers, bro.
bastards!
You fat bastard. Mongrels bastards. You turncoat bastard. You stupid bastard. There's a French bastard in these mountains.
Nothing better than just going, you fucking stupid bastard. Nothing better. Like it's like that clip of the guy trying to get into the fucking thing. Excuse me, sir, when are we gonna be let? He's like, fuck up. It's just the best. Like, I could argue that Northern Irish people are absolutely the very, very best at the sort of straight up insult. Closely follow. It depends what the context is, what the word is. People from Glasgow were fairly close behind. But if someone bumps into a taxi driver in Belfast and he's like, what the fuck are you doing, you dopey bastard? Something like that, something real straight up the middle. Fucking, what are you doing, you fucking... What did I watch? Called someone... Oh yeah, that was it. It was Line of Duty. They were chasing the guy up through the building and he gets on the fucking thing and he's about to jump off. And someone's like, don't be a pillock. Imagine that was the last thing you heard. Don't be a pillock, mate. Bang, hits the concrete. Don't be a fucking pillock, bro. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we've talked a lot of shit. Now, here's some things that you need to know about the old coronavirus. What is wrong with the fucking internet? Has the internet got corona? Apparently, for the first time, the levels of corona in China were going down, and Italy surpassed them in like death toll and people who were fucking infected by it. Which is why you need to fucking get your shit together, guys, and cancel things and stay inside. Because as it moves west... Hold on a second. Fucking click it, you bastard. What is with Facebook being slow as shit? As fuck me in the ass. Now this is hysterical that my computer won't work. As it moves west, people get to like see it coming, if that makes sense. So you can prepare for it. Whereas Italy got caught out, they didn't pay attention, and look this fucking computer, and it fucked them, and they're fucked now. But over here, you could sort of keep your wits about you, stay inside until it all sort of blows over, and then you would be all good, kinda. But people are like, man, there is no coronavirus. You don't know anyone who's got coronavirus. They're just making it up. They're like, control the population and see how easy it would be, to keep everybody inside and all this here shit. And you're going, well, obviously it's not fucking working, because there's still a bunch of dopey cunts who are like, I know, but like, it won't get me. While I go out here to the pub and fucking start going with my mates. All those cunts in Benidorm and all that. Yeah, it's just a fucking virus, innit? They had the people... Where did I see this? I seen people on fucking... Someone had retweet... Or someone sent me, like, Zach Braff. Shout out to that fucking weirdo. On his thing. Let me just see. Zach Braff. I'm annoyed that I don't have my new piece of equipment, because I could have just Bluetoothed the phone. Where's this thing? Darwin. It was like a load of people being interviewed at spring break or something. There's like, I don't see the big deal. We're just in the middle of a fucking thing. Oh, here it is.
At the end of the day, I'm not going to let it stop me from partying. We've been waiting for Miami spring break for a while. About 2 months we've had the strip playing. 2-3 months. So we're just out here having a good time. Whatever happens, happens.
Like, it's really messing up with my
Whatever happens, happens. Maybe death. You know what I mean?
spring break. What is there to do?
Everybody looks haggard as fuck here. Everyone looks sunburnt and like they just they just been bukkakied.
Here, other than go to the bars or the beach, and they're closing all of it. It's really messing me. I think they're blowing it way out of proportion. I think it's doing way too much.
First to go.
We need a refund. This virus ain't that serious. It's more serious things out there like hunger and poverty, and we need to address that.
Yeah, I mean, we planned this a long time ago, and it was kind of up in the air if we still go, but, like, we're here. I just turned 21 this year, so I'm here to...
Just turned 21, what? 21 fucking stone? 21? Well, basically, I've just been eating lard and living in a fucking coal mine and using my face as a chopping board.
Party, so it's kind of disappointing, but we're just making the most of it. We met these other people in our...
We met these other people. Americans, bro.
these spots, so we're just hanging out with them and trying to get drunk before everything closes.
I mean, it sucks, but we're gonna make the best of it. We're enjoying ourselves. It sucks, and I'm from New Orleans, so this really sucks. However, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We having day parties all day. It's my birthday, St. Patrick's Day. Turn up.
We're just trying to roll with the boy. We're just living for the moment. We're just gonna do what happens when it happens. When stuff closes, we're gonna do it when it.
We're gonna do stuff when it happens? No shit. This guy looks like fucking... What do you call that cunt? Jordan Peterson?
Closes, but besides that, we're just trying to have the best trip we can.
Dildos. Dildos. I just turned 21. Ugh, did you, bud? Are you sure not 63? You fucking pig dog. Anyway, let's hear some sense from the man himself.
As an act of God, I would view it as something that just surprised the whole world. And if people would...
One of my biggest pet peeves in the world, and it's usually dudes of a certain age, where you look at their face and you're like, bro, will you fucking brush your teeth? Drink some water and put on a wee bit of fucking lip balm. I know it's gay. Get a fucking Carmax. You gotta have a nice moist lip. Not too moist, but it looks like... it shouldn't look like if you sneezed it would bust open. Which then in turn just makes your mouth just look like it fucking smells like a wound.
Known about it, it could have been stopped in place.
And his face is getting more and more like a caricature to the point where, like, you know, the middle of his face is just going to be one circle of orange, like a digestive. And then it's going to be white around the outside. And his hair literally looks like someone just lifted some hay and just set it on. He's just getting more and more ridiculous. Also, all these cunts are too old. I'm going to fucking...
Could have been stopped.
Like, all these cunts are trying to run for different stuff at the minute. Like, your man Joe Biden is absolutely away with the fairies. Joe Biden, Alzheimer's. Like, the guy sounds like me. Like, he just launched into a fucking... Ah, Jesus. Is Joe Biden losing his mind? Verbal gaffes. Yeah. He'll just launch into something like me and just be like, hey, man.
Invest as little as...
fuck off with these fractional shares. Why is this being advertised to me? Like... But Joe Biden will just launch into something and be like, so, let me tell you something, and I always said to my children, what is the story? And the door opened, and you're just like, bro, did you just fucking, like, your brain just fried? Let me hear fucking Trump say Chinese virus here.
Right where it came from, China. If we would have, people would have known about it, it could have been stopped in place. It could have been stopped right where it came from, China. If we would have known about it, if they would have known about it. It could have been stopped in its tracks. Unfortunately, they didn't decide to make it public, but the whole world is suffering because of it. I called for a ban from people coming in from China long before anybody thought it was. In fact, it was your network. I believe they called me a racist because I did that. It was many of the people in the room, they call me racist and other words. It amazes me when I read the Wall Street Journal, which is always so negative. It amazes me when I read the New York Times is not even, I barely read it. You know, we don't distribute it in the White House anymore, and the same thing with the Washington Post. They are siding with China. They are doing things that they shouldn't be doing. They're siding with many others. China's the least of it. It is fake news. It's more than fake news. It's corrupt news. You're actually sitting too close. We should probably get rid of about another 75, 80% of you. I'll have just 2 or 3 that I like in this room. I think that's a great way of doing it. We just figured a new way of doing it. But you're actually much too close. You know, you two, you should leave immediately.
He's a fucking savage. I mean, is there anybody more fucking? I know I am, but what is that? I know you are, but what am I? Is that what they say? He's like me. He does not take fucking just criticism well. People will be like, "Oh, you're racist." Oh, well, fuck you. You would say that, you fucking ugly bitch. You just called someone a Chinaman? That's really racist. Ah, fuck off. You would say it, you fucking dyke. That's the type of...
And why should the voters believe that you can win the national election?
I was a Democratic caucus. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
You're a damn liar, man. That's not true. And no one has ever said that?
No man has a right to raise a hand to a woman in anger. And so we have to just change the culture, period, and keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it.
If you want to check my shape on it, let's do push-ups together, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do.
It is important that Iowa and Nevada have spoken, but look.
Get your words straight, Jack.
I'm Jill Biden's husband, and I work for Cedric Richmond. Are you joking?
No. You're too old to go for it.
Granddaughters not only love their dads, their grandpops, they always like them, and that's the great thing. Thank you, baby.
Ooh, he kissed her right
now. Watching me, Finnegan.
Fucking... It's gross. You can be kissing people on the lips, man. In your family? Get the fuck... Jesus Christ. I don't know what any of that was leading to be honest with you. We're 30 minutes in. We'll pick up on the old questions here. There'll be some nice live podcast t-shirts on the way, guys, but unfortunately there'll be no live podcast. But we'll get them for sale. There's someone just sent me a comment to the Buy the Blender page. Just says faggot. Okay. Do you think you've ever seen the same pigeon twice? No. Series 2 of the most DUP thing ever. There's no place like Tyrone. By the way, if I cross over questions, it's because I can't remember what the fuck I just did. I've gone full Joe Biden. I did watch it. It's so bad. Like, you know, I hate these like augmented fucking, you know, like, it's like, it looks like a reality show, but it's been 100% set up and all. And you're like, what the fuck is this shit? What is this? You know, and just because I have a little bit of knowledge of how they would actually film a thing like that, it's just like, you know, just, it's just bad. Like, you know that they have to do more than one take to film certain things. Well, it was crappy. Camera shift. I don't know. We're just fucking going about today and all. It's just like total shit. And there's always like a lot of fuss around one thing. Oh, we're going to an old fucking pig auction over here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, let me just see if there's any fucking... No place like... Yes. Let's see some of these fucking tards. Bobby goes lingerie shopping. That's a classic one. There's no place like Tyrone. Everyone heads to the fundraising dance. It's silage season. Is this a music video? Worth it for 3,650 views. There's some hectic drone movement there.
First cut in the silent season, twin chop from the mowing down. 3 days, 200 acres. Before cloud and 9 post rain, 5 miles with the flashing beacons, 6 hours with the broken rake. Pressure on to get the grass in, 1 shot at a silent season. I've got a hunger on to drive me through the night. Parallel with the trailer men, with the darkened view of sight.
I'm basically describing tasks, word for fucking word. I do a thing and then I sing about it and describe exactly what I do when I do it. Suck my fucking cock. Is this going to be like, I'm driving along with the trailer man and I'm cutting all the salads and it's going in a fucking thing and then it goes in a machine and it twists up and covered in plastic and then I have a fucking sandwich for my break, maybe stop, take a piss in my house when I pass it again and then maybe go back to work and then after that I go home and eventually fuck my fucking sibling in the ring piece.
Just a few more sways for lifting, just a month to the sturdy bed.
That guy's a heart attack. And that's me saying that, Mr. fucking sub 250 or 2,500 calories.
One reason, all because of the silent season.
That guy with the main guy who's like, hey, go laundry shopping. That guy 6 times a day says, just want some feed. Fuck, that was some feed, boy. 6 times. He's the type of cunt goes into the shop and buys like 4 tins of Boost, and you're going, what for? Keep the energy up. For what? Sitting. Also, when you're into country music, does it allow you to wear like the stupidest, like, never.
We succeed with the hearts of
the guy's wearing a black shirt, black tie, and a fucking grey waistcoat. What have you got? You going to the Crucible later? What's going on, bro? Fuck me. I mean, I've said this before, our man in Vietnam, who's now in South Africa, why are they all these big, weird Protestant farmers? He goes, that's not the Tyrone I know. And I went, it's not the Tyrone I know, because I'm from fucking Tyrone, sir. I tell you the Tyrone I know. Standing in a spar, guy smells like shit. Covered in pig shit or something, stand beside you. You go, bro, why do you smell like shit? There's rolling around shite there. Fair enough. What's your opinion on Boris Johnson being a massive twat? Yeah, the guy's a fucking retard, like, there's no doubt about it. And do you know what? Above everything, cut your fucking hair. Pretend for a second. I mean, that is such fucking bully boy, or whatever we call that shit. You're like, I just have a bit of ruffly hair. That's me. I'm Peter Pan. I'll never grow up because I got a ruffly hair. It's such a fucking like, I've got the formalities over it. Let me tie my tie around my head and pull my shirt out. Yeah. I'm so extreme, bro. I'm a rule breaker. I'm not gonna comb your fucking hair, bro. Blonde guys shouldn't be a thing. I'll say that too, and that's racist. Cut your fucking hair. I think there's a state of emergency. No shit. You look like a fucking scarecrow. I suggest talking about money. It's a taboo thing to talk about back home, and it leads to people not understanding it. Sounds dry the way I say it, but you make it interesting. For instance, the Federal Reserve injected 1.5 trillion into markets amid the coronavirus outbreak, printing new money. Yeah, I mean, I do not know anything about money. Same as the guy who asked about physics. I was like, bro, above my station. But yeah, there's always moves being made like that. They see fucking tragedy coming and they're like, I was watching Undercover Boss today and there was a guy who was like, oh yeah, I'm from Florida or whatever, and I got hit by a hurricane, and I started to realize that like there was a lot of work in like building a place up after a hurricane, so now he has a fucking cleanup service that goes in and cleans mold and fucking all that shit after a thing, and you're like, you're basically, I mean, it's like you're making money off like natural disasters. It's weird as shit. Federal Reserve injected 1.5. Yeah, it's crazy. They know that like certain markets are gonna fucking rocket. Like Tesco's, without a doubt, have been fucking cleaning up recently because people are like, oh, we gotta go to Tesco's and fucking buy all the shit, and they're like, oh guys, make sure you buy just 2 to 1 person. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? If there's people out the front, fucking smacking each other, they're out the back smacking their own dicks in pleasure. They're like, yes, bit of fucking fear. I mean, half of the reason people buy anything is fear. Oh, I'm a fear that I'm not going to be cool, a fear that I'm not going to be sexy, a fear that I'm not going to be whatever, and you go buy it. So fear is a great moneymaker, you know? You got to be safe, buy this. You're going to starve, you got to buy this. You know, it's like fucking, it's crazy. I don't know anything about money, to be honest, Gimp. Although all I know is every comedian I know is basically like, I have absolutely no money, no way of making it. And I knew that. I've had that in my mind the whole time. What if you can't do stand up? Always thinking. Because of the virus, I'm having my American visa terminated and have to leave Florida to come back to Tyrone. I'll be out of a job in the next few months. What hobby or pastime should I begin? I mean, who's making money in this? I don't know. Open a delivery. Open like a fucking. I don't know what to do. Take up fucking. I don't know. Just do something you've always wanted to do, man. Just start painting and shit. Who's that there? Oh fuck. How's your anxiety with what's going on? Mine's going through the roof. I just want to get drunk and bath my kids in Dettol. Plus I'm freaking out because I'm a stupid bitch for not bulk buying, and now I need nappies, wipes, bog roll, and more wine. Fuck the food, I'll eat the cat. From Lady Fields. I mean, my anxiety is a good steady 65%, so it doesn't really peak much. It just fucking cruises along at about 3 or 4,000 revs. You just have to keep grounding yourself. You're like, oh my god, this is scary, and then you go, okay, in reality, what's happened to us right now? We live very remote. You know, we don't have to interact with a lot of people. Luckily, I have most of my work for last year out of the way. You know, we can make money at home. We're kind of okay. The most dangerous thing I have to do at the minute is like go to the shop. And I've been stockpiling a bit, but not in an aggressive way where I go in. Like, for instance, yesterday we went to the shop. They had all the Optimals for the baby. And we already had some at the house, but when I see them, when they're in abundance in shops, I'll buy one. I'll just get one and I'll stock it up. I'm not going to go in and be like, okay, there's 8 on the shelf here in this Spar. I'm going to buy all of them. Because that's being a cunt. You know what I mean? Other people need... Like, it'd be annoying if you fucking went into the shop and you really needed it and some cunt like me had bought 8 of them. So you take one. You know, I went to another shop, bought one in the other shop. Came home with 2. Just set in a pile of like 5, 6. You know, just keeping it fucking safe. Just in case. You know, just things like that. But we're okay. It's all about just fucking not being an idiot, which is fucking easier said than done when you see some of these dicks. This one's from... Actually, I can't see. Oh, Emily McCullough. So there's a video of Tommy Tiernan interviewing a disabled girl. She has no arms or legs, basically just a head. Okay, let's see. Tommy Tiernan. No arm. What am I doing? I'll go away.
Switch your money on with the stocks and shares ISA.
What is this? See, these stocks are fucking... They're hitting hard now. Hold on. Of course, it's so slow.
Who would be your favourite sports writers?
Jimmy Breslin was one writer. He's actually gone, and much kind of before my time. But I remember one article kind of he wrote about John F. Kennedy's gravedigger, and I thought that was such a cool interview. And in my head, he actually came out then with a quote afterwards because everyone was like, "Why'd you bother with the gravedigger?" And he was like, "Sometimes it's better to go to the losing dressing room rather than the winning dressing room." And I always thought that was actually a good idea because everyone wants to know, how do the winners win, but no one wants to talk to the loser and see it from their perspective. Maybe the losers don't want to talk either, but I thought that was something, and even something that I kind of relate to, like maybe 50 years ago, no one...
That clip probably doesn't exist. That's just quite a serious interview. But yeah. Not a lot of limbs going on there, I'll be honest. And for fair play to her, I don't know how she gets her glasses on, but fair enough. Okay. Let me see. In Thailand at the moment, I'm wondering how you got on with the heat/sweaty ball bag situation. Bro, that's the fucking least of your worries over there at the minute. You know, Thailand, I seen some, you know, people talk about Wuhan and people eating fucking bats and they go to these markets and people are eating fucking armadillo dicks. Bro, I was in Thailand walking along the street and something touched my leg and I turned around at this market and this fucking, fuck is that? This thing looked like it was from fucking Alien. It was absolutely fucking terrifying. Just touched my leg. People are eating these things. Hey, give us 2 of the old fucking sea crustaceans. How do you deal with the heat, bro? You just free sweat it everywhere. You know, you just don't be shy about it. You realize everybody's fucking sweating all over the place. So you just fucking get stuck in, man. You know? Everyone's sweating. Here's a podcast question. What makes the Empire such a nightmare for comedians? What a weird question. I think this is the Empire, right? And it's a very successful club. It's been going for years. From a technical aspect, okay, and Lavery's isn't the best setup either. Like, there's you just work with what you've got, but there's fucking like, you know, there's pillars and posts and shit in the way, and you know, it's in a bit of a V shape. It's fucked up, like, but not every room is perfect. The Empire is like a music hall. So if you went in there and it was full of people and you were seeing a band, it would be unbelievable. But when you're doing comedy, it's like you got the floor, you got people standing at the back, you got the side, which is one level, you got the bar, who have zero respect for comedians being on. You got the back of the room that's like a big shelf. And it's fucking, it's just like you're doing 6 gigs at once. That's what I always found. Maybe all the times I did it, I was just fucking died in my hole anyway because it wasn't good enough. But it's not an easy room. The sad part is downstairs is absolutely fucking perfect for comedy. You know, it probably holds about 100 people. And you could do a really cool show in there. What about all these Spaniards, Italians singing, clapping, working out together on their balconies? I mean, it's beautiful, man. I mean, I seen a tweet on Twitter and it said, yeah, Europe, we get it. You've got balconies. That made me laugh because, you know, that's, you know, you're like, yeah, it must be terrible sitting there in the sunshine on your fucking balcony. Have you watched Love is Blind? Yeah, briefly. Couldn't be fucked. I love this. Lad, I'm about to go to work underground in a tunnel in Australia. Was looking forward to daily podcasts as promised. Gonna have to listen to Nolan for fuck's sake. Yeah, well, let me tell you something, bro. It is not an immediate process. I'm recording this right now. As soon as I'm done, I take the card out of this and I bang it in the computer and I take it in and I top and tail it and I beef it up a wee bit and then I process that and then I upload it and the audio is up like that on the Patreon. And then the second bit is the video where I take that audio and I bring in the video and I sync those up and I put a little badge on it and I put a little video at the end and then I hit fucking process on that and that takes fucking ages to render out and then I upload it. It's a big file, you know, a lot of gigabytes and that takes a while. And so it's a fucking all day process. That's why I need someone to do it for me. So I'm sorry if it's not out fucking like that. You fucking ungrateful cunt. Double the Patreon donation because I know this shit is hard for you, but your material has got me so many laughs in quarantine. Take care, Chief. Spuds. Listen, Spuds 8989. Fucking cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Right, let me see. How much bog roll can the average apartment hold? Farmers selling organic gas pipes. Yeah, bro. I mean, someone did the maths on how many shits it was gonna let me see. Listen to this.
Did the math on.
Sorry.
So my dad did the math on toilet paper for quarantine. So here it is.
Go to Costco. Big, huge thing of toilet paper has 30 rolls. Now, each sheet has 425 sheets per roll. That is 12,750 sheets per case. So that means 20 sheets per shit, which comes down to 637.5 shits per case. And that is 45.5 shits per day. So, a person grabbed 4 cases of toilet paper for Costco, has a family of 4, quarantined for the required 14 days, would need to shit 182 times a day to use the purchase amount of toilet paper at 20 sheets per shit. Now, let's all calm down.
I laughed at that now. He thinks that is extreme. I think that's a healthy bowel movement. So shout out to that guy. I love these questions. What's more gay? Getting wanked by a girl and thinking about a lad while she's doing it, or getting wanked by a lad and thinking about a girl? I don't think people, like, if you're, on a date and someone's like, "Oh my god, I just can't keep my hands off you," which is sexy if a girl says it. If a dude's like, "I can't keep my fucking hands off you, I'm a bit fucking touchy feely," she grabs your piece. I don't think there's a guy who's like on a date with and he's like, "Oh, grab the dick there." Someone grabs his dick and then he's like, "Hold on, I close my eyes and just think about someone else." Oh, what's up, hot girl that I've asked on a date and now we're on a date and you're into it and you're just gonna grab my dick. Hold on, I close my eyes and think about fucking Pamela Anderson in the 90s. Loser. Who's this ringing me now? I'm not answering that shit. Who's that? Not answering that shit. See, I can't even read my fucking questions now that someone's ringing me. Oh, so who the fuck is that? The client? Fuck off. I don't know who that is. Right, we'll do one more question, will we? No. Where are we? Now, shout out to that fucking meme that's flying around with that just fucking giant black dude with a fucking massive cock. I mean, gay or not, you know what I mean? You're going to look at a big fucking giant cock, aren't you? You're going to. Anyway, I think that's the end of the questions. We're at 50 minutes. Let me just do one thing for the sake of humanity. We'll just see what the internet has to offer in the world of coronavirus, COVID-19, in the world of pornography. Cure for the coronavirus is getting... I mean, this is hilarious. I mean, it's such a bad way to... Such an unsmart to just be like, hey, way to cure coronavirus? Fuck a pog. You know? That's it. Oh, you got the COVID-19? Here's someone sucking cock. Do you know what solves a fucking thing? Bukkake. Of course the internet's not good enough in here to even make this funny, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, mate, bastard. Now, this girl has definitely a fake arse, which, sometimes you're not mad at. But you're like, if you feel like you're going to get the fake arse put in, do some squats too, because, your legs are not... I mean, it's slow. Right, fuck this. Fuck off. Like, it's not even clever. They basically got fake... They got fucking face masks on. Coronavirus quarantine. I thought some of these would be funny. It's basically just fucking how to treat coronavirus in Japan. I know what's going to happen here. Guy pretends he's dead. Woman runs over, fucking sucks his wee weird penis. Shout out to the Japanese, man. They're absolutely fucking out of their minds when it comes to porn. It's like, we cannot show the pubes, but I will stick a fucking octopus inside of my vagina. Okay. Oh, this guy looks like he's struggling, but he's just rubbing his pain. Of course, now the internet is really letting me down here. It's really, really letting me down. Look, he's like on his side going, "Oh, I'm not well," but he's like grabbing his dick, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay, okay." And do you know what's hilarious? This is such... I mean, this set looks like a real hospital. That looks like a real hospital. And it would be so Japanese to just build a set that looks better than Craigavon Hospital. Oh, wait. There's a second nurse. She's there to help out. He's still rubbing his dick. And, of course, it needs the buffer. Isn't it funny that even the Japanese are like, "Oh, we build a fake hospital for the pornography. And it is still better than Craigavon Hospital." Anyway, that's not going to play, and I don't know why, but it's probably because everyone in the area is using their fucking Wi-Fi to fucking haul the cocks of themselves. We know where that's going anyway. She's like, oh, you very, very sick. Squirt, squirt. Fuck me. 54 minutes. I've run out of steam this week. We're getting the fuck out of here. Oh. We'll get out of here. We'll think over the weekend what we want to do with podcasts next week. I want to say thanks to everyone who signed up to the Patreon because, you know, we're not doing too bad for ourselves right now. However, every little helps, and I'm happy enough to do podcasts for wee bits of donations here and there. It all just keeps the wheels turning. You know, I'm not able to make money any other fucking way, especially through... Oh, wait a minute. There it is. It's buffered up. Oh, he's really, really sick. Oh, are you okay? By the way, without sounding racist, it looks like there's like 5 girls that's the same girl. And they blur out his dick. It's so Japanese to blur out the dick. Oh, wait, she's getting her cocks off. She's like, oh, I'll help. But this is the thing about Japanese porn. She's still going to suck his dick, but it's just hidden. So you're like, why even suck the dick? Oh, and there we go. Just pop the knob in. 0 foreplay with the Japs. Unbelievable. Yeah, guys. Cheers for listening. We'll have a think over the weekend. We'll think what we want to do with podcast next week. Every day seems insane because you do cover the same ground a lot of the time. But we'll figure something out. You know what I mean? I want to do stuff for you guys. Keep you entertained. You know, it is nice to know people are, you know, enjoying the podcast and listening to it, and the numbers are growing a wee bit, even though it is the time of this scary, scary time. Okay. Take care, guys, and wash your fucking hands. And stay in. Don't be acting a cunt and thinking you're better than all this, because you're doing it for the group. You know what I'm saying? So take care of yourselves, guys, and we'll be back next week with some more content. Thanks, guys.